So to start off this look, I'm using silk to prime my face, and then I'm going to go in with the original Makesense foundation in the shade Cream Beige, and I am just going to use my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to buff that all over my face. Next, I'm going to prime my eyelids like I always do, using the Sandstone Pearl Shadowsense and a Real Techniques setting brush to blend it in. This is going to create a nice base, and it's also going to cover up any veins or redness. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Mocha Java and apply that all into my crease, just giving a nice transition shade for the other colors that we're going to be applying. Next, I'm taking some Scotch tape and putting it on the back of my hand to take away any of the stickiness. And then I'm going to put it right on the corner of my eye, kind of lining up from my lower lash line up to my eyebrow. And this is going to stop any fallout, so I don't have to worry about cleaning up any shadow later after I'm done with all my blending. Then I'm going to go in with Mocha Java Shimmer all over my lid, and I just use the applicator that comes with shadowsense to apply this. And then I take a little tiny flat brush to just help blend in the edges. I want the color to be really concentrated on my lid, and so I'm not blending out any color that's on my lid, just where it gets to my crease. Next, I'm taking Garnet on a little tiny fluffy brush and just running that in the outer V. And this is where the tape comes in handy because it really helps create a sharp line that's going to lift your eyes. And then I run it a little bit into my crease as well. Then with that same brush, I'm going to take a little bit of onyx and kind of layer it up in that same place that I put the garnet, and then also run it along my lash line. Then I'm going to carefully take the tape off so it doesn't tug at that skin on my eyes. You can see that sharp line that it created. It's going to be a perfect guide for my winged liner. Then I'm going in with onyx on a tiny little liner brush to do my eyeliner like I normally do, but I am going to make the wing just a little bit bigger and use that sharp edge that the tape created as a guide. Next, I'm going in with Sandstone Pearl Shadowsense to cover up my dark circles, and I just use a Real Techniques setting brush to blend that out. Then I'm going to take Snow Shadowsense on a little liner brush and just precisely put that on my inner tear duct to really brighten up my eyes. Next, I'm taking Mocha Java on a little pencil brush and running that all underneath my lash line and kind of connecting it up and dragging it outwards to create a cat eye effect. And then I take a fluffier brush to blend that out and just doing the same thing on the other eye. Then I'm going in with Garnet on a little angled brush and applying that right up into my lash line and then blending it out. And then I just do the same thing to the other eye. And now for the fun part, I'm going to extend my inner corners using Snow Shadowsense, and then I take Garnet on a tiny liner brush and I'm just going to outline that. And then I just take a little pencil brush to blend out that line so it's not so harsh. And then I just repeat on the other eye. The reason I'm doing this is to really accentuate that inner corner so it's super bright and dramatic and gives that really cool cat eye effect. And then I just take that little tiny liner brush with Garnet on it and line the top part of the inner corner as well. And then I take a fluffy brush and blend out that garnet so that it's not so harsh, and it's also going to kind of deepen that inner corner and give it more of a smoky look. I actually ended up preferring to use this little tiny smudger brush from Eco Tools. I just got it at Rite Aid, and it's perfect for just blending out those small areas. Next, I'm going to take onyx on that little liner brush and define the inner corner and then run onyx all along my waterline to really intensify the look. And then I finish off my eyes with plenty of coats of our Black Lash Sense mascara. I really go pretty overboard on this to really smoke it out. And then I'm going to use Sandstone Pearl Shadowsense as kind of like an eraser to really sharpen up that lower lash line and give it a really crisp, clean line. And you can just use whatever brush you have to blend. Then I'm going in with Sandstone Pearl Shadowsense to do some pretty major under eye highlighting, and I just use the Real Techniques setting brush to blend this out. Then I'm going in with my usual Mocha Java Shadowsense to do some bronzing, and I'm just using the Real Techniques buffing brush to blend this out. If you've watched any of my videos before, you've seen this. It is my absolute favorite way to bronze my face. Okay, next I'm going to do some pretty intense contouring using Garnet shadowsense. And I use kind of a stiff foundation brush from Tarte. It has a nice stiff edge that is pretty easy to blend out the contour, but keep it all in one spot so it doesn't diffuse it too far. And then I'm going to go in with a little eyeshadow brush to intensify my contour even more. And this I'm just keeping back more by my ear. I'm not bringing it all the way down. And then I'm also going to use it to contour my nose. And for this, I'm not blending out a ton. I'm actually going to leave it pretty sharp. And then I drag it up into my crease as well. And then I'm going in with my usual mulberry shadowsense and using a Real Technique stippling brush to stipple that in. Okay, now for the fun face painting part. So I'm taking Snow shadowsense all along my upper lip, and this is going to help make it look like my upper lip is more raised. And then I'm also putting it a little bit underneath my eyes as well for a brighter highlight. I'm also going to take Snow and put it right below my contour. And what this is going to do is really help sharpen up that contour and make it nice and crisp. Then I'm taking it down the center of my nose, and also I'm going to put some on my forehead. And I'm just using my trusty Real Technique setting brush to blend this all out. So now I'm using Blackberry lipsense on a little tiny liner brush to draw on my nose and my whiskers. I'm just outlining the shape that I want for my nose, and then I'm going to take the Blackberry lipsense and just fill it all in. And I just apply it straight from the wand, but a little trick I do is blow on the applicator before applying it so it doesn't have too strong of a smell. And then I switched over to a little brush to draw and outline the bottom. Then I take that same liner brush and I'm just drawing little dots all over my upper lip to kind of look like whiskers. Next, I'm going to just apply Blackberry lipsense to my top lip, but first I'm going to take a little liner brush and outline my top lip to really define it, and I actually am going to overline it just slightly, and then I'm just going to use the wand to fill it all in. And I do 3 layers of lipsense just like you normally would. Now for my bottom lip, I'm going to create an ombre effect to really make the center of it pop and look pouty and full. So I'm first taking hazelnut on a little liner brush and outlining my entire lip, and then I'm going to fill in just the sides of my bottom lip with the hazelnut, and then I go in with First Love and fill in the center part, and then I'm going to take Bravo and fill in just the very, very center of my lip, so it kind of creates that ombre effect from darker to lighter. And then I go back in with hazelnut, the darker color, and just kind of define the outer edges to make sure that they're really dark and they really pop. And then I'm going to go in with gloss and apply it to top and bottom to seal it all in, and I love that there's no transfer. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Halloween look.